Ever wondered what differentiates a dolphin from a porpoise? It's more than just their names. You see, dolphins and porpoises, while both members of the cetacean family, have distinctive physical characteristics. Dolphins, for instance, are generally larger and possess a pronounced beak-like snout. Porpoises, on the other hand, are more compact and have a blunter, less defined nose. Their dorsal fins offer another point of distinction. Dolphins sport a curved or hooked fin, while porpoises have a more triangular one. And that's not all. Their behavior and habitats also vary. Dolphins are known for their playful and sociable nature, often seen leaping out of the water and riding swells. Porpoises, however, are comparatively shy and elusive, preferring cooler waters and rarely surfacing in a manner as showy as their dolphin counterparts. So, while both dolphins and porpoises belong to the same family, they are distinctly different creatures. How do ants, despite their tiny size, manage to find food? Let's delve into the world of ants. Ants are no strangers to teamwork. Their food-finding technique is a testament to their extraordinary level of cooperation. They use chemicals called pheromones to communicate with each other. When an ant finds a food source, it leaves a trail of pheromones all the way back to the colony. Other ants detect this trail and follow it to the food. This is not just a simple follow-the-leader game. As more ants walk the trail, they reinforce it with their own pheromones, making it even more attractive to other ants. Over time, the most traveled routes become the most scent-saturated, guiding ants to the best food sources. In the grand scheme of things, ants turn their individual weakness, their small size, into collective strength. Incredible, isn't it? These tiny creatures have a complex and efficient food-finding system. Did you know some parrots can live as long as humans? Quite extraordinary, isn't it? Parrots, with their vibrant plumage and eloquent mimicry, are not only the most colorful and chatty members of the bird kingdom, but also some of the longest lived. The lifespan of a parrot varies widely depending on the species. Small parrots like budgerigars and lovebirds generally live between 10 to 15 years. On the other hand, larger species such as cockatoos and macaws can live up to 60 to 80 years, some even reaching the ripe old age of 100. But remember, parrots' longevity is not just a matter of genetics. It's also influenced by factors like diet, environment, and mental stimulation. A well-cared-for parrot can live a long, healthy, and happy life. From budgies to macaws, parrots' lifespans are a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Parrots are indeed the Methuselahs of the bird kingdom. Ever wondered how a jellyfish, an animal without a brain, can deliver a painful sting? It's a fascinating process indeed. Jellyfish have specialized cells known as cnidocytes, which contain tiny venom-filled organelles called cnidae. When triggered, these cnidae eject a microscopic barbed thread that delivers venom on contact. A jellyfish uses this mechanism primarily for hunting, but it's also their primary line of defense. When the cnidae come into contact with a creature, like a human, they burst open, firing the venomous thread into the victim. This is what causes the painful and sometimes dangerous sting we associate with these marine creatures. The effects on humans can vary widely, from mild irritation to severe cardiovascular issues, depending on the species of the jellyfish. The most potent jellyfish venom can even be fatal. So the next time you see a jellyfish, remember, it's not an animal to be trifled with. What sets a tarantula apart from a spider? It's not as simple as size. Yes, tarantulas are indeed the giants of the spider world, but size is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's dive deeper. Tarantulas, unlike many spiders, prefer to live on the ground, making burrows their home. They are more like hermits, avoiding the bustling spider highways in the trees and bushes. Now let's talk about behavior. Spiders are known for their intricate webs, right? Well, tarantulas break this stereotype. They don't spin the typical spider webs. Instead, they use their silk to line their burrows and make comfy beds for their eggs. And here's a fun fact. Tarantulas can flick tiny barbed hairs at their enemies when threatened, a feature most spiders lack. It's like their own personal pepper spray. Despite their scary reputation, tarantulas and spiders are fascinating creatures with distinct traits. Have you ever seen a gecko defy gravity and climb up a wall? Ever wondered how they do it? Well, let's unravel the mystery of these wall-climbing wonders. Geckos, unlike most creatures, have a unique biological adaptation. Their toes are covered in hundreds of thousands of tiny hair-like structures called setae. Each seta branches out into even tinier tips known as spatulae, which are so small that they interact with the molecules of the surface they're climbing. This interaction creates a type of physical bond. known as van der Waals forces, allowing geckos to stick to almost any surface, no matter how smooth or vertical. It's like having millions of microscopic suction cups on their feet. And the best part? They can easily break these bonds by changing the angle of their toes, making their movement swift and effortless. So there you have it. It's not magic, it's just marvelous nature at work. Geckos truly are the superheroes of the animal kingdom. Guess what's the most dangerous animal in Africa? The answer may surprise you. While lions, elephants, and crocodiles often come to mind, they're not the ones responsible for the most human deaths. The title of the most deadly creature in Africa actually goes to an animal that seems quite harmless at first glance. The mosquito. Yes, you heard it right. Mosquitoes, specifically the female Anopheles mosquito. This tiny insect is the primary transmitter of malaria, a disease that causes hundreds of thousands of deaths annually. Though they don't have sharp teeth or a thunderous roar, their impact is far more fatal. They're small, but they're mighty in their ability to cause harm. Mosquitoes are a reminder that danger doesn't always come in large packages. So the next time you think of the most dangerous animals, remember that size doesn't always matter. That's right. The most dangerous animal in Africa is not what you'd expect. How can ants carry objects that are larger than themselves? Let's find out. Ants are often seen as tiny creatures scurrying around, but they possess an immense amount of strength. In fact, they're the world's strongest creatures in relation to their size. Imagine being able to hoist up to 50 times your own body weight above your head. That's the equivalent of an average person lifting 2 full-sized cars. This Herculean strength is due to their small size. Since their muscles have a greater cross-sectional area compared to their body size, they can produce more force. Additionally, their exoskeletons are extremely tough and resistant to injury, allowing them to carry heavy loads without damaging their bodies. The next time you see an ant carrying a crumb or a piece of leaf that's bigger than it, remember that it's not just carrying food. It's showcasing an amazing feat of strength that's unparalleled in the animal kingdom. Ants are truly nature's heavy lifters. Are koalas, often called koala bears, really bears? Let's uncover the truth. At first glance you might think koalas are small, cuddly versions of bears, but the reality is quite different. Koalas belong to the marsupial family, which includes kangaroos and wombats, while bears are part of the Ursidae family, featuring the likes of grizzlies and pandas. When it comes to diet, koalas are picky eaters, feasting almost exclusively on eucalyptus leaves. Bears, on the other hand, have a more varied diet, consuming everything from berries and insects to fish and small mammals. Behaviorally, koalas are solitary creatures, spending up to 20 hours a day sleeping in trees to conserve energy. Bears, however, range from solitary to social, with some species like brown bears demonstrating complex social structures. So despite the misleading name, koalas are not bears. They are unique creatures with their own distinct lifestyle and characteristics. Why do flamingos often stand on one leg? It's not for the reasons you might think. It's easy to assume that this unique flamingo stance is simply a balancing act or a way to show off their vibrant plumage, but scientific studies suggest something quite different. It turns out, this one-legged pose serves an important purpose for these pink-feathered wonders: energy conservation. By tucking one leg up beneath their bodies, flamingos reduce the amount of body heat lost to the cool water they often stand in. In essence, it's a clever way for these birds to keep warm. Also, standing on one leg requires less muscular effort for flamingos than standing on two, thanks to their unique skeletal structure. It's like their natural energy-saving mode. So, the iconic one-legged stance of flamingos is more than just a quirky behavior. It's a testament to the amazing adaptations animals make for survival.